This program is furnished by the program participants.
Well, good morning and welcome to Real Estate Radio with Kelly Warren and Associates. This is where the Valley's favorite real estate agent comes to tell you everything you need to know about buying or selling your home. Now, here are your hosts, Kelly and Jim Warren.
Good morning and welcome to Real Estate Radio with Kelly Warren and Associates, where we are in the studio to talk to you about real estate right here in the Mahoning Valley. I'm Kelly Warren, and I'm in the studio, as always, with my co-host, Handsome Jim.
Good morning, and welcome to the show, Kelly.
You are a fantastic co-host, Jim.
You're welcome.
I never know what I'm going to get out of you.
I know. Some days I'm just like, blah. Today I'd like to welcome you to our beautiful, wonderful show.
This is fantastic.
And you get to hang out with me, just like all these wonderful people out there listening get to. You're so lucky.
I am so lucky. You know, though, I feel like since you're being chipper, I should be the one, because we're going to talk about my least favorite topic.
Oh, no.
So I feel like you should keep up that, and I can be like,
womp, womp. What are we talking about today?
Taxes.
Ugh. That's not fun for me either.
I know. It's I if you don't know this about me, folks, I do not like taxes. I know they're a necessary evil. They are my least favorite thing in the whole world.
You know what? I used to think, hey, we only pay about 40% in taxes. But over the years, I'm starting to realize we pay way more than that.
We only pay 40%. You're saying only pay 40%?
Only.
Yeah.
40%'s a lot. You know that when we separated from Great Britain, it was over a 3% tax. What are we doing? I'm just saying. And now I'm paying 40% out of my paychecks.
Well, we're about to talk about real estate taxes.
Yeah. So that
you pay your income tax, you pay your sales tax, you pay transfer tax when you buy and sell a car or a property.
If I buy gas.
And now we're going to talk, there's built-in taxes on gas and cigarettes and that kind of stuff. Right.
Sales tax.
And so now let's talk about the fun that is property taxes.
Ugh.
All things real estate related, right?
I've never found any fun tax ever.
No. And these aren't fun either.
You know who I really feel bad for?
Who?
Accountants.
I don't know. Don't you think that they're just like, oh, numbers, how fun. Add, subtract. Yay, numbers. Like, that's how I feel about real estate. Like, I'm like, oh, yay, houses. Let's look at this one. Let's sell that one. Let's write up this one. Yay, houses.
I hope so. Like, I hope that is how
I mean, it's not their money that they're paying to the government. It's our money, right?
True. So you're right. I hope they do just like, yay, happy numbers, go. Because numbers don't lie. Like,
what if we were all like that with all of our jobs? Like the people that work at McDonald's, like, yay, French fries.
T-Bone's in there, yay, buttons to push. T-Bone hates us.
I bet. All right, what a fun world we live in.
No, but the reason I feel bad for him is because no one ever comes in and says, yay, I get to pay taxes today. Like,
right.
Everybody they deal with has to be
some people do get tax refunds, Jim. So some people are like, yay, tax season. It's just not us.
Listen, I want those people to know they're not really getting refunds. They paid that money. Like, it's their money.
Right.
So, like, you're not getting anything. Like, you could have had your money sooner. Instead, the government took it.
True. All right. And nobody refunds your property taxes.
So let's say you have 4 kids and you're getting $10,000 back this year. What if you had that $10,000 that you could have put into a bank account that then made you interest? You could actually have more than $10,000 back, but because the government was holding it, you got nothing. You just got your money.
You just got your money. I don't know.
All right. Sorry. There's my rant for the week.
Okay. I like it. You were very chipper about it,
saying,
so I'm going to
3%. 3%
let you have it.
Was where we separated from Great Britain.
Okay.
Or England, or whoever it was.
And we're paying a whole lot more than that. So do you advise that we separate from the mothership, or where are you going with this?
No, we can't separate from the mothership. We need the mothership. And I actually understand the importance of taxes. Like, we need roads. We need, a military to protect us, things like that. So we need police officers. We need firemen. We need nurses and teachers and stuff like that. So I understand taxes to an extent, but it keeps going and going and going.
Okay, so I'm holding in my hand several different, because I wanted to see some differences between them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got about 8 of these bills that come in the mail. So if you're a homeowner or a landowner of any sort, you would have gotten in the last couple of weeks in the mail the Mahoning County real estate tax bill for the first half of 2019. Now, as it sits today, we're currently in the first half of 2020, but this is the bill that just came in the mail, first half of 2019. It is due by March 6th, 2020. So most of us listening and participating here
who own real estate.
Yeah, if you're a homeowner, you got some of these bills in the mail. So look at this, Jim.
Okay. What am I looking at here?
There's like 200 different numbers on this page.
Of where all the taxes go to.
All kinds of percentages and tax rates and tax districts and full tax value and effective tax rate and non-business rate and owner-occ rate. And I mean, to, liven it up, there's even like your lot size and lot number are on here and your parcel number. And like, let's throw every number that we can find on this page. Like they were like making your favorite lottery number right there.
Favorite lottery number. Okay, that's awesome. So, what if I, instead of paying my taxes, went and paid this much towards the lottery?
Oh, that would be cool.
And if I won, then I don't have to worry about taxes no more, right?
Sure.
No, the government's going to take half of my winnings. Just keeps getting worse and worse.
So because I'm not an accountant and I'm not sitting here saying, yay, numbers. I actually feel the opposite way in life. I'm not a numbers person in this respect. So I look at this and it just gives me a headache. And I want to break it down for you all. And I also want to just like, here's the check, put it in the other drawer and not look at this anymore.
So this one, so it's cool, like the different breakdowns. So for Boardman Schools is on here. Boardman Township's on here. Boardman Park is on here. So this is obviously a Boardman home.
Yeah. So let's talk about some of those things. So property taxes, necessary evil, you're going to pay them because you own some property. Mm-hmm. Property taxes and property values and resale value and sales prices all kind of go hand in hand. Correct. You have higher property taxes on a property that's more valuable, which means it's more desirable and more sellable. And people want to buy in that community that has higher taxes because it's a nicer community, because it has parks and libraries and these community functions. So who pays for all those community things? You do. You do right here on your taxes. So when you're looking at taxes on this particular one in my hand, this is a small house in Boardman that I'm holding. First half taxes are $555. And then it does, I imagine you've got a similar list if you've got a Boardman house there. So Metro Park, Children's Services, developmental disabilities. So we're taking care of the community and the people around us. Mm-hmm. Library, mental health, TB clinic, senior citizens, county bond retirement, county general fund, fire. And then there's stuff like special assessments.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why doesn't it break down what that is? What is the special assessment? I want to know.
I don't know. You're going to call a guy.
That's what I was just going to say. Do people, I want to know, listeners, do you call in? Like, do you get your bill and say, what is this? And call down there. I've never done that, but I'm tempted to right now.
Yeah. I mean, some people do. Some people want to know how much is in the general fund. What are they doing with it? And Boardman last year had a lot of issues with the plumbing and the water and the sewage backup. So I'm sure that they have something that's going to, and that's probably the kind of stuff that is set aside for.
I've seen lots of special assessments, like selling houses over the years, like Hubbard. There were a lot of areas that were on septic tanks that Hubbard said, we're going to add more city sewers. Yep. And so they threw in assessments for that, or different neighborhoods that might throw in an assessment for bringing streetlights all the way through the neighborhood or things like that. So I wish this said like special assessment for lights, and then I would know, because it's kind of bugging me. Like, you could just throw $20 on everybody's bill and make $1 million.
You could. So what's the population of Boardman? Like, it's huge.
I have no idea. Do you know that? We should know that. It should be a number on this list. It should say your population number 47 of 300,000. Like,
I'd like to not be known as number 47. Right. Do not refer to me as Jim anymore. That's so funny.
All right, there's a couple of credits on here.
Ooh, that's good.
There's
Mine doesn't have any credits.
tax reduction credit and a non-business credit.
I got nothing.
Now this one, it does give a line for owner occupancy. This is a rental home, so it's 0, but it looks like if this was an owner occupied home,
There'd be a credit there.
let me grab a different one. Yeah, so I have a different one here that is owner occupied, and it has a $68 credit for being owner occupied.
There you go.
And then homestead reduction is on here, which this again is 0, but on some of them, if it's owner occupied and if you're above a certain age, you can qualify for that homestead reduction, and that is a nice size reduction on your taxes.
Oh yeah, it's like 40%. It's
All of
crazy.
these say 0 there.
Well, they should all say 0.
Yeah, I was just looking. So, interesting.
So taxes are fun.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about a couple other things with them. Off to the side, there is 100% appraised value and then a 35% taxable value.
Okay, so
Do you
what's
see
that
that
mean?
on yours?
Hold on, I'm looking. I see a full tax rate of 104.35 down here.
No, I'm looking above that.
Okay.
Okay, so a lot of times people will ask me this, with selling
I
real
see.
estate, like, my house is appraised at $53,000 or tax valued at $53,000. And usually people believe that to be low. Some people are like, insulted that it's low. And the good news is, folks, that is not typically a sale price for your home. That's the tax value appraised, generally a purchase price. So this one that I'm looking at that says appraised at, let me find an address on here, appraised at $53,000. It probably could have a sale price of more like $69,900 in today's market. We usually do see them somewhere 20, 25, 30% above this tax value as a resale purchase price value.
Nice. Yeah, so that's good. I mean, obviously, you want the government to tax you less, and you want to be able to sell for more. So
Yes.
that's awesome.
Now, I've also known people over the years who have gone down and if you bought a house low, if you bought a distressed property, a foreclosure property or something, that they've gone down and had taxes reduced saying, you're taxing me at this rate and this house isn't worth this.
Right.
Which if you're going to be owning this for a long time, like if you go to a foreclosure and you buy a house and the house has higher taxes because it's based on what the house would be worth in good condition and it's not in good condition. So you can go and get those taxes reduced. And then over the years, if you work on the house and improve the value of it, then it will go up. And I don't know how often the county comes back out and reassesses. But if you're doing one of those as like a quick flip, if this is an investment purchase for you, it's maybe not a good idea to go get that tax value reduced because buyers do look at that in the resale world too.
Yeah, so then you could have a struggle in trying to get a higher price point for, your sale if you're trying to get a good return on your investment. But if you are going to hold it for a long time, you'll get that money back in time as the neighborhood starts to pull it all back together. You'll start to line up back with the neighborhood. So yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
So.
If you're just tuning in, we are talking property taxes.
Ugh.
So lots and lots of fun in real estate radio world today. Numbers, yay for us. So if you have questions about your property tax statement or about property taxes and how they're related to real estate in general, you can email us anytime at askkelly@kellysoldit.com. We'd love to help you out with some of these. As you can tell, we're so excited about them. And we can also help you out with the value of your home. So if you've been thinking about buying or selling real estate, particularly selling in this hot market, we need inventory. The inventory is low. People are looking to buy and just waiting for the right home to come on the market. So we can give you a free home estimate of value of your property. And the good news is, folks, it's going to be higher than the value on the right side of your property tax bill. So we can let you know what it's worth, and whatever number you see there, I'm sure you'll be surprised to find out that your property is in fact worth more than that number. And for that free market analysis, you can give us a call or a text at 330-717-2689. So Jim, I want to talk to you about why this on the top right-hand corner says first half of 2019, when in fact we're sitting here first half of 2020.
You're asking me why?
Yeah, can you explain to our listeners why this bill is?
Because Ohio's weird.
Well, even I think Does the whole state go like that, or is it county by county?
Oh, I don't know. Is it county by county? So Mahoning County's weird.
Yeah. Well, in Trumbull and Columbiana, are all of them? I'm really not sure.
I guess we'd have to pull some of those. We should have thought about that before just walking in here with Mahoning County ones.
Yeah, we should have grabbed some. We're geniuses today. So
no, I'm pretty sure you're right. I believe it is county by county because I know that we've sold houses in other counties and they've been brought to current and stuff like that. So
I don't know. So this is one of the most popular questions that we get with selling homes because the sellers will end up having to pay the taxes up until the day that they move, up until the day that they close on the property on the HUD sheet, the closing disclosure when they sell the property. Mm-hmm. So there'll be a credit from seller to buyer, a debit on the credit on the seller side, a credit on the buyer side, taking the tax money from these days that weren't billed to you yet up until the day of closing.
Yeah.
So the buyers are actually going to walk into that closing with that credit up front for those days because if you closed on a property today, in August, you're going to get a bill in the mail that says you owe for second half of 2019.
Yep.
And your first thing is usually, I didn't live here then, like why am I paying their taxes? But if you refer back to the closing statement that you got today at your closing, you'll see that you actually did get credited for those taxes then. And this bill that's going to come in the mail in August will be your responsibility because the seller already paid you for them rather than paying the county because our county bills in arrears.
Yep.
Fun stuff. I'm going to talk more about that when we come back, but we'll cut to a short break in just a second. You can find us online at kellysoldit.com for any real estate related questions, a full list of our listings and properties for sale, and for information on getting your property sold. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back to talk more about the fascination of real estate taxes right after this.
Hey, you frustrated because you're trying to sell your home, but all you're getting are excuses? Hey, Sean Hannity here to tell you about Great American right in your backyard that could guarantee to sell your home at a price and deadline that you agree to, or she'll have it bought for cash. I'm talking about Kelly Warren with Kelly Warren and Associates Real Estate Solutions. She services the entire Mahoning Valley, attracts hundreds of buyers every week, and sells an average 3 homes every week. Now, I've talked to a lot of agents and invested millions of dollars into real estate, so believe me, I know one mistake can mean losing a lot of money. Kelly spends thousands of dollars every month to attract hundreds of buyers, which helps homes sell fast and for the most money. Now, you risk nothing, since at any point if you're not happy, you can get out of the contract free and clear and pay nothing. But trust me, that's not going to happen. Call Kelly at 330-717-2689. That's 330-717-2689 or online at kellysoldit.com. That's kellysoldit.com. And consider your home sold.
Welcome back to Real Estate Radio with Kelly Warren and Associates, where we are talking about real estate and property taxes right here.
It sounded like you were about to cuss.
I was going to say fascinating. That's the word I was going for.
Oh, yeah. Fascinating. That's the word.
We're talking about real estate taxes right here in the Mahoning Valley. Good stuff. Good stuff. So we left off real quick. Let me finish this thought before we move into our home picks of the week. But we left off with buying and selling properties and that 6 months in arrears that our property taxes are. So when you're selling a home, often the question is, what is this deduction, or why am I getting less than I expected? And usually the answer is that's the property taxes.
Yeah.
And so often the sellers will say to me, but I'm caught up on my taxes, because, you get these bills in the mail and you write a check and you send it in and you do truly think I'm paid my taxes.
Yeah, I paid the last bill when
it came. I didn't miss it. I paid it.
Right.
You didn't notice on the top of it, though, that they're billing you for essentially a year ago.
Right.
And other people will think my taxes are included in my payment. So I never even get a bill. I never even look at a bill, but I pay them every month. They're paid. What do you mean?
Same thing.
Yes.
Yep.
So when it's paid out of that escrow account, or when it's paid by you writing a check and responding to the bill that you got in the mail, what you are paying is for a full 6 months in arrears. So really a year ago is the bill that you're getting.
It is weird that we do it that way. I wonder why.
I don't know.
I know that some places don't do it that way. Like some places in the world.
Yes.
Hey, you owe us tax money, give it to us.
Right. Well, you would think that they would want their money. Like, like my cable company is not like, hey, you watched HBO 12 months ago, pay me now. Like,
right.
If I don't pay today, they're not going to let me watch it next month.
They're like, no HBO.
Right.
Oh, you're so funny. How, like, you couldn't even fix it today. Like, now you couldn't change it. Like, you can't send them a bill for 3 times that, because then people would, like we did with Great Britain and England, we'd just leave.
Yeah.
So we'd be like, nope.
I don't know where you're going, but yeah.
Listen, you can't squeeze blood from a turnip. That's a Jimism.
It is. That is definitely a Jimism. When I get other bills, like our real estate association sends out our dues, and some of it says on there like contributions and voluntary and stuff like that.
Where it goes to.
As I'm reading over this, nothing is like special contribution voluntary. Like there's 100,000 numbers on here, and none of them is like, hey, if you don't want to pay this $20, you don't have to.
That's funny.
So
yeah, it's the government. They don't give you choices.
No, they should.
That's a whole nother one. Yeah, good luck.
All right, let's move into our home picks of the week. Okay. You have 2 fun ones, Jim.
Home picks of the week are more fun. So mine are going to get a little confusing here, so bear with me. But I currently have in front of me 2. One is 544 Fisher Corinth Road. Beautiful, large ranch home, 20 acres, absolutely gorgeous.
Jim's obsessed with this house.
Yeah, this is my favorite house. This is probably one of the most beautiful.
You've heard him paint
ever.
like a 20-minute story about it once before.
It's beautiful.
So sprawling ranch, 20 acres, Fisher Corinth Road, barn,
extra lot on the side.
It's lovely.
It's absolutely beautiful.
What's our price on that one?
That one is $285.
And right down the street.
Down the street we have 5197 Fisher Corinth Road. So this one is new. I'm not as familiar with it, so you have to bear with me. This one is a 3-bedroom. It is 2 stories. It's like a colonial, but it has that nice big wrapped around porch.
It's got the porch. I knew you would like that.
Of course
you
did.
So that same kind of country area out in Trumbull County, right down the street, listed at?
This one's only listed at $215,900.
$215,900. That was just reduced. So that's a hot price on that one.
So the difference between the two, like this one's a little bit of a smaller home and has less land. But again,
not everybody wants 20 acres though. Some people want to be out in the country and have some space and some acreage, and some people want over 20 acres.
It's still got over 11 acres. Like that's still a lot of land too. So I love both these houses. I think they're both beautiful.
All right. So here's my idea, listeners. There's a kind of a trend going on for multi-generational living. Like people want to live near their clan, so if you've got, maybe aging parents or something, maybe you want to put them in the ranch and you want to go live in the 2-story and you're right near each other.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a good idea.
There's my thought.
Nice.
So you should call us and buy both houses, and someone you love should live in the other one.
Right.
And you can do that by calling 330-717-2689 or visiting them online at kellysoldit.com. Okay, so I've got a different kind of house, different end of the spectrum. This is in North Lima, brand new on the market. We're talking 5-day-old listing, listed at $417,000. This is a 5-bedroom, 2-story colonial, sitting on 2 acres, built in 1998. It is a 5-bedroom, 5-bath. It has a second-floor laundry room, over 4,000 square feet, like everything that you ever wanted in a gorgeous, stunning home, this house offers.
That's a beautiful looking home.
Yes, it is.
When you showed me that one, I was like, ooh, this one's nice.
Beaver Township, North Lima, South Range Schools, 2 acres, 5 bedrooms. Like I said, you can't beat it. $417,000. It's huge. It's gorgeous. You definitely want to schedule a showing on it. And it's newer on the market, so it's not going to be around forever. In addition to these favorite home picks of the week that we went over, we have 3 open houses today. It's like open house Sunday. So I want to hit those up real quick. We have from 11 to 12:30. You can visit us in Girard at 2537 Walnut for $119,500. From 12 to 1:30, you can visit us in Boardman at 501 Garver. That one's listed at $149,900. And from 1 to 2:30, we'll be at 1261 Sherritt Creek in North Lima, South Range Schools. That one's listed at $374,900. So make sure you take your Sunday drive and go visit some open houses, give you something to do.
I like that. Like, that's a good open house Sunday because there's such a spread of options there.
I know the same person isn't buying all three of those. Like, you're not like, let me compare Walnut to Sherritt Creek. But, you know, if you're just kind of looking for something to do, go hang out, chat with some of our agents. I'm going to have 3 different agents at those 3 different houses. So, really does make for a nice afternoon. And especially if you're thinking about buying or selling real estate this year, kind of get your feet wet and give you a feel for what the market's got going on right now. Nice to just get an idea of what's out there. Sometimes we need that. You know, if you're thinking about selling and you're like many other people and you think, I don't want to sell my house until I know where I'm going, and I don't want to put my house on the market, and, you know, things are so good right now that it could sell in a week and I don't have a house to move to. Nope. You might want to get the ball rolling by going to an open house or giving us a call to see what's on the market. And maybe we could start looking at a couple things first. Even if you have to sell before you buy, this is one of those markets where it's not a bad idea for you to realistically know what's out there, even if you don't make an offer on something right away, to just get a feel for, okay, I like this style, I like this price range, I like this area, and start getting used to what's going on in the market before you put your house up for sale. Would you agree?
Yeah, so I was actually thinking while you were talking. You know, I wanted to get a word in.
Yay, numbers.
But no, so it's important. Like, you sit in your home and you're like, hey, my house is worth, let's say, $100,000. So don't you want to see what $100,000 buys you? Right. So you could get out there and get into the market and see a couple things and say, hold on. My house is worth $150,000, or, for my house to be worth $100,000, I might have to do a couple things.
You know, that's a good idea. So not just go look at whatever you would want to look to buy, but go look at what your competition would be. So if you're going to be selling, if you're going to be selling a 2-story in Austintown that you think is worth $150,000, go look at other Austintown 2-stories that are in that price range and see, is my house really objectively worth $150, or wow, for $150 you can get this, or hey, you know, my house is really nicer than these other houses, I should be able to get more for my house.
Like $175.
And so, you know, take a minute and do that, but then give us the opportunity to actually do that for you, because that's our job. We let you know, realistically what it's worth and what the other buyers are seeing. And sometimes in our own homes, we might find value in something and think, well, my house is going to be worth more because I have this bocce court. And true story, Jim and I had one of those. It's not worth anything more. So maybe when you build something like that, you do it for your own enjoyment and you don't get dollar for dollar value back out of it. But hey,
we had fun. We had fun. Lots of trouble in that bocce court. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Lots of trouble. Lots of weeds. We could never control those weeds.
Oh man, but when we sat there and enjoyed the time together, it was nice.
This is one of the things that I love about real estate is every house offers a little bit of something different. And if there is something that you enjoy doing in your world and your home doesn't currently have it, move to a home that does, or add it to your home. You know, it's the joy of your box and your place to call home. So if you're thinking about real estate and you have questions about property taxes, or you want to buy or sell this year, give us a call at 330-717-2689. Or as always, you can visit us online at kellysoldit.com. Thanks for tuning in. We hope you get a chance to visit the open houses today. Talk to you next week.
If you're thinking about selling your home, call the only agent to trust, Kelly Warren. Kelly guarantees to sell your home or she'll buy it. Call 330-717-2689 or go to kellysoldit.com. Join Kelly for Real Estate Radio every Sunday at 8 on 570 WKBN.